So as we already know, we are going to be getting a Headliners Team 2, and that will be coming out on Friday. So in this video today, we're going to look at some players who potentially could feature in the second batch of Headliner players. If you need to get your hands on some coins to improve your ultimate team, then check out the link in the description, igvault.com, and if you use the code Kieran at checkout, you'll get yourself a pretty nice discount. Now last week I did do a Headliners Team 1 prediction, and we actually got quite a few right, which was obviously quite pleasing, but most of them were fairly obvious. Now on screen right now are some players who I included in video 1 who I still think have a very good chance at featuring in Team 2. Obviously Lozano does have 3 informs in Ultimate Team, it seems a pretty much no-brainer for him to feature. Tavernier is regularly picking up informs as well, so he's another one that just seems, you know, an obvious pick. The same for Soler. And then the final one is Pedro, who, like I said in the first video, I find it insane that he only has 1 inform in FIFA. He is regularly scoring and assisting, and it would be absolutely ridiculous for him not to get a headliner pick, in my opinion. And yeah, I'm a bit worried about this one though, because EA seem to just ignore the Portuguese league quite a lot this year. So although I feel like I should be confident in it, I'm not. So yeah, hopefully he gets in. It would be daylight robbery if he doesn't. There's also players like Theo Hernandez and Jack Grealish who I think have a very good chance of getting the Headliners card, and I spoke about them more in my Headliners Team 1 prediction, which is already up on the channel, and I just don't want to go over them all too much in this video. I want to focus on, obviously, the newer players. Anyway, that was a weird intro to this video, but before we move on and get into the new players, if you could leave a like rating on the video, that'd be very much appreciated. In the comments below, I want to hear from you guys. Not only do I want to know which players you think should get Headliners item, I also want to know what are your thoughts on the Headliners promo thus far. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's now get into this video. So the first player we're going to talk about is Angelino. Now I know he actually did feature in my original prediction video, but I'm bringing it back because now we know that EA are including players in the Headliners promo who haven't had informs already. We saw this with Fabinho being included in team number 1. So that means that there is more of a chance of Angelino being included, and he really should be. He's another one of these players who have been robbed of multiple informs. He's missed out due to Team of the Week selection. Also, like I said in the other video, should have been in the Team of the Group stage in my opinion as well. And yeah, hopefully on Friday he gets himself a Headliners item, because as I say, it's very much deserved. I know it wouldn't be a great card for Ultimate Team, and maybe that's a reason EA won't go for it, because it doesn't have the pace, but it's deserved and it should happen. Since these players are being picked off form, what about a Headliners Saka? After a few upgrades, this card could become pretty good, and right now he is the definition of an informed player, playing really well for Arsenal, especially over the past few weeks. Now ultimately, do I think this card will happen? No, I don't, because I think EA are going to put him in the Future Stars promo, which will probably come out next month, probably after Team of the Year, or at least I hope it does. I hope that's not one of them promos that they get rid of, because it's a very, very good promo in my opinion. Yannick Carrasco is having a pretty good season at Atletico Madrid, obviously recently returned from the Chinese Super League, and he is smashing it. 2 informs to his name in FIFA 21 as well. Could he get a Headliners item on Friday? Now, I like to think this one has a good chance, but with him recently being in Team of the Week 14, I don't know if he'll be given a Headliners card so soon. I know Team of the Week 14 won't be out when, you know, next batch of Headliners comes out, but it's still worth noting. Alejandro Gomez is another option for a pick. I actually thought he was going to get a Team of the Group stage item, not Team of the Group stage, sorry, Road to the Final item, but unfortunately didn't get that. Did get a Team of the Group stage card though, which is quite nice. And yeah, he's having a fairly solid season in the Serie A. Is he quite hitting the heights that he did in the previous season? No, but he's still having, you know, a nice year. And yeah, he is one of the key players in that Atalanta attack. I'd be kind of surprised not to see a Bayern Munich play feature in this promo at all, and with that in mind, I have gone for Thomas Muller, a player who regularly goes under the radar a little bit, but his contribution to the Bayern Munich side cannot be, you know, underestimated at all. 8 assists so far in the Bundesliga alone this season, also 6 goals. That's pretty mad. That's 14 direct goal involvements, and he's played in 14 games, which is yeah, not a bad record at all. And obviously he's had an alright run in the Champions League as well. He's got a goal and an assist in that. 1 inform in Ultimate Team so far, and I'm sure many more special cards to come. I actually think the Headliners promo would fit him quite well, because obviously that way he can get boosts in other notable ways, and it's very likely that at some point Bayern Munich will win 4 in a row. Lyon are currently sitting top of the Ligue 1, and they've got a couple of options for Headliners players, to be honest. I spoke about Anthony Lopez in the first prediction video. I also think Denier has a chance. He's having a very solid season, but since he's got a couple of informs and a rule breaker card, I thought I'd look elsewhere, and I've gone for Memphis Depay, who currently has an inform and a player moments card, but I don't think that would stop him, being selected. We've seen, in Team 1, we've seen players with loads of special cards already. So Depay has obviously had quite a good season thus far, being involved in plenty of goals for Lyon and assists as well. He's got 8 goals and 4 assists so far in the Ligue 1, and as I say, he's helping his team lead the charge towards a potential Ligue 1 title. Rafael Guerrero is actually having a very solid season at Dortmund, and I think could be a good shout for a Headliners item. Ultimately, would it be a good card for Ultimate Team? Possibly after an upgrade or two, and it could also depend on what position EA choose to put him at, because he could be a left back or he could be a left mid, so there certainly is options with this one. Romelu Lukaku is one of the top goal scorers in the Serie A right now. He has got 12 goals in 14 matches. He's also got 3 assists, which is a pretty good return, and he could very well fit this promo quite nicely. But if you're watching this after Wednesday, there might be a good chance that he's in the team of the week, so we might know by Wednesday if this one is possible or not, because he got himself a goal and a assist in Inter Milan's win against Crotone. Also got a very good match rating, and since Lautaro Martinez, who got a hat-trick in that game, can't get an inform, Lukaku is very likely to pick up the inform instead. So yeah, depending on when you're watching it, this part of the video might be a bit pointless. This next one, I have to say straight away, I don't think will happen, but I hope it does, just because the potential of this card could be something absolutely mad. Leeds are obviously having a pretty interesting time in the Premier League right now. They either seem to just, play teams off the park or get absolutely opened up just because of how they play. So I've gone for Calvin Phillips. However, I definitely wouldn't mind seeing Rafinha instead, but I've gone with Phillips just because of his all-round potential. Currently doesn't have an inform though, which definitely could go against him, but he's one of these players who is consistently getting good match ratings on all the sources that I check, and that's the reason I think he might have a chance at this. And as I say, I think this could be a really useful card for FIFA, because the potential, if Leeds can string some wins together, or if Phillips could get a couple of informs, could make for a really nice item. Now, remember what I said about Lukaku, about him having a chance of getting an inform on Wednesday? The same, to be fair, could be said for Højbjerg, who is having a really good year for Tottenham, and he's another one of them players that kind of goes under the radar, but he's a key part of that Tottenham team right now, and I think he would once more fit this promo rather well. Tottenham obviously having a very strong season, so could very easily get those wins together, and also will pick up a few chances to get informs as well, just like he has this week. He got man of the match in their latest game, but I think EA might go with Son or Alderweireld instead. Morata is having a pretty good season for Juve so far. He's got himself 9 direct goal involvements in the Serie A, which is very, very good. And this is just an item which I think would suit the Headliners promo really, really well. As you can see from the card on the screen, it looks like a brilliant card. And Juve are pretty likely to win, 4 games in a row, so there could be a very quick boost in him. And if he picks up some informs along the way as well, then obviously the card could get even better. So I think potentially you have a really good looking card here, and I think this would be perfect for like an SBC item as well. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. So guys, there you have it. Those are just some of my predictions for the Headliners Team 2. Obviously, I did speak about a bunch of other players in my original prediction who very well could also feature in Team number 2. I spoke about some of them at the start, players like Jack Grealish or Ollie Watkins, Theo Hernandez, etc., and a bunch of other players. If you want to see that video, there's a link to do so in the description, because as I say, that features other players. Anyway, if you could leave a like rating on this video in particular, that would be very much appreciated. In the comments below, let me know which players you'd like to see in the upcoming promo. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.